Anime Summit, episode 34.
Dilla just really couldn't get past how she's supposed to be this big person that everybody knows, yet nobody knows what the fuck she looks like.
Hello and welcome to Anime Summit. I'm Quokka. With me, I've got Mac,
What's up, guys?
Nick, and Sam. The lovely Sam.
Wee.
Later in the episode, we'll be talking about, winter 2016? I keep forgetting the year. Winter 2016.
Winter 2012.
Since the last time we talked about this, only like 2 shows had shown anything, and now we've got like 3 episodes out for most stuff.
Yeah, that 3-episode rule, man. Now we know if we're gonna drop something or be the no drop club.
No drop's gonna be tough.
Dude, I think I can do it. I think I can do it this season. There's no Chaos Dragon, so I think I'll be able to do it.
I already dropped hard, Chica.
Anyway, what have you guys been up to this last week?
Yelling at people.
Sam just goes out in the street and fucking yells.
Just sits on his porch, yells at kids walking by.
Get off my lawn! I like 90s anime.
Like real talk for a second. If everybody wasn't so fucking stupid, I wouldn't fucking be yelling at people. Like this one time. Okay, I was born in 1990. Okay. And
oh god, life fucking story, son.
But no, for real, you know what I've been wanting to do?
It was the Cold War, you see.
It was the Cold War.
Tensions were high.
And people were wearing flannel because it was the 90s, you see. But no, for real, I've been wanting to go to the Asian store and get some stuff to make sushi. And not just like butthole...
like fish, rice, and seaweed?
Not like butthole American sushi, like actual like pieces of nigiri and like the little... I forgot what you call them, but like it's like a little roll and you put the caviar on top. And
sashimi?
No, sashimi is just the fish by itself. I'm trying to find, and that's another thing too, is I probably gotta go to like Byerly's or some crazy expensive grocery store to get sushi grade tuna and sushi grade salmon. But I will do a couple rolls, some of them Americanized pieces, because those are good.
You can do a monkey roll.
Do the monkey style kung fu. Okay, wait, I gotta say this. Because it's probably one of my favorite things of all fucking time. So my mom texted me randomly last week and goes, "Mijo, I want to see the Kung Fu Pandas." I'm like, and Nick Stoner knows how my mom talks, so like he's probably gonna laugh harder at this. But like, I'm like, okay, well, my brother Sudi's my brother Sudi. I was like, Sudi's got it on Blu-ray. Like, just ask him to borrow it. And she's like, no, I want to see the new one in the theaters. I want to watch all the pandas, mijo. And I'm like, okay, well, I haven't seen the second one yet, and Trisha hasn't seen any of them. And she's like, okay, well,
dude, that's fine.
And then she was like, yeah, just go watch them, and then blah, blah. So this Saturday, we're going to go see Kung Fu Panda 3. And me and Trisha just watched the second one.
Nabisco scale, Sam? Nabisco scale?
Nabisco scale, I had to give it like 8 out of 10. And
it broke the scale.
That's not that's not a cookie, son.
Oh, wait, hold on.
8.
Fuck, I forgot. Hold on. Okay, wait. I think Honey Maid. I give it a Honey Maid.
Shit.
But like,
Dude.
Okay, it's one of those rare cases where the second one is better than the first one.
So
it's like Empire Strikes Back
the
with
season.
pandas.
Yeah, I give it a straight Honey Maid, actually.
Dude,
I think,
that
it's
reminds
awesome.
me though.
Yeah.
I watched the first Bourne movie and the third Bourne movie, but I didn't watch the second one.
What?
I think I've only seen the 4th one.
Yeah. Well, that one's probably that's like a different guy though.
Actually, no, I think I might have seen Identity and Supremacy.
That's the first and second one.
Maybe Ultimatum. That's the one I saw.
Ultimatum's the third one.
Yeah, dude, we
Okay.
only saw the first and the third. Fuck the second one.
I don't know which one's the scene.
The second one's okay.
No,
I'm
I'm
pretty
just
sure
kidding.
I've only
It's
seen
probably
one of
fine.
them. I just can't remember which.
The third one.
I don't think I've seen any of them.
The third one's actually got Joey Ansah in it, and Joey Ansah is the guy. He's like an action coordinator and a British actor. It's like he's like that Arab guy in the scene where he's like fighting with the book or whatever. Like he uses a book to like chop him in the throat. Shit's crazy. But he actually is the guy who's writing and directing the Street Fighter live action series on Machinima. And
Nice.
it's actually really good if you haven't seen it. Street Fighter Assassin's Fist. Go watch it. No endorsement. I'm just telling you to watch it. I give that a honey made too. Straight honey made.
Dude, you give everything
Straight
a honey
honey
made.
made.
You're turning into Chris, dude. 8, 9 out of 10, everything.
I'd just be like Nick, like, yeah, I give it a Triscuit. I don't know. It was good.
It was great, dude.
It was the greatest anime of all time. 3 out of 10.
Secco boys, baby.
What have you been doing, Mac? Partying, getting your drink on, or what?
Not really. I mean, here this past week it snowed a lot. in
Okay, yeah. So
Tennessee.
Mac
you
posted
guys
this
got
video.
fucked.
Mac posted this video. And he's in Tennessee. Okay, Mac posted this video of this huge blizzard as he's driving through it, and me and Nick are watching it like, oh fuck, that sucks. Like we're just like whatever, right? But like, didn't you like go home like 5 minutes after work? They were just like, no, just go home.
Yeah, I like showed up to work. I get there, I punch in, I kind of stand around, and we're chatting and everything. Those who actually made it in, and then the manager walks in and he's like, "Yo, go home." I was like, "Fucking really? I got here 5 minutes ago." So then I had to walk back down to my car, cross the parking lot, almost bust my ass 2 times, get into my car, and proceed to not get hit by any of the Tennessee morons driving in this stuff. Which, to be fair, where I live has a lot of hills.
To be
so
fair, you were one of those morons driving in that stuff.
at least
got
I
you there.
didn't wreck.
No, I've seen Mac drive in the snow. I've seen videos of it. Like,
It's like someone's just stalking you.
yeah, no, I flew to Tennessee to watch Mac.
I mean,
No, like I've seen-
I thought I did pretty good.
No, I've seen videos of him like doing shit in the snow. He's fine. It's everyone else you got to worry about. Like,
Dude,
even-
I wish I'd started up that video earlier because I just pulled out of my work and I was going down the main road and I was fixing to take a side street so I could get away from all these morons. And lo and behold, right in front of me, a bus is trying to take off from picking people up. And the back end of it just kind of slides out and he literally does like an initial D-style drift going down the road sideways.
Oh, nice. Did you have that Euro beat going?
Euro beat.
I needed some Eurobeat. I needed some running in the 90s for that because I was like, wow, this is freaking amazing.
Yeah, dude.
But
Speaking of amazing, I got a present from Mac for Christmas this last week.
better late than never.
Oh, dude, I'm
And
sending you one
it's
too.
awesome. It's
Once I get around to it.
For one, there's a master figure of Illya from Fate Stay Night, the Dean adaptation.
That's not
She's
the
pretty
Dean
cute.
adaptation.
There's no other adaptation of Fate Stay Night that's called Fate Stay Night.
See,
Yes,
it says
there
Fate
is.
Stay Night, but if you look at it, if you look at the what she's wearing, that was actually from not Unlimited Blade Works, but from Fate Zero, the outfit she's wearing when she's walking with Kiritsugu out in the forest when it's snowing outside. So actually, it's labeled wrong.
Oh, very well. It's been a long time since I saw that Dean adaptation because it's terrible.
Also, Unlimited
But-
Blade Works is Fate Stay Night. You know that, right?
Yeah, but it's called Unlimited Blade Works, and everything that is part of it is labeled Unlimited Blade Works.
People die when they're killed.
But
God, that never stops being funny.
It
but
actually
more
doesn't.
importantly,
The
I
archer
got a
class
body
is made up of
pillow.
archers.
More importantly, I got a body pillow with Kaori Miyazono pillowcase for it, and it's awesome and comfortable. And all I want to do is sleep now, all the time.
Take one of those dirt naps, Quokka.
No, Nick, you're not
Just
funny.
like no, I'm kidding. Didn't want to go too far in spoilers.
You're so stupid.
What?
You're so stupid.
Well, if anyone gets the euphemism, whatever. We can just delete that
man.
part. It's fine. Just fucking.
You're just so stupid, Nick.
It's fine. Just let's just start with the winner chart. Fucking.
No, dude, we gotta roll
Okay.
waifu of the week.
Oh shit.
Yes. Dat waifu. Who's that waifu?
Fucking Nick.
Who is best girl?
I'm checking my waveform. Shit.
Okay. Nope. We already did that one.
Done that one.
Not even
We'll
a
obviously
waifu.
cut all this stuff until
That-
have
we
we
get her.
done this one?
Oh,
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
No, we're
not
doing
done
that. It's relevant to Quokka's too.
It is relevant to Quokka.
Speaking of fate stuff, best girl is Take it from there, Quokka. I don't fucking know who she is.
Is Illya von... I
Illyasviel.
forgot her last name.
Illyasviel
Illyasviel von Einzbern?
Von Einzbern. From specifically Carolina Prisma Illya, of course.
That picture, anyway.
Wait, which one's her? Is she the one who's mounting? Or
She's the
getting
one
mounted?
she's the one that's younger looking.
She's the one that's given. She's not the maid.
She's the one with the red eyes that looks insane.
Yeah. Illya-chan. From Carolina Prisma Illya.
So is she the
So
best
cute.
girl
Wait,
in that
so
show? Or not?
what's
Who's
happening
best
in this
girl?
picture here? I mean, what's happening in this picture here?
Well, Miu is dressed like a maid, as one does, because she happens to work / be taken care of by Blondie with the coils for hair that I'm blanking on the name of, who is also employing Rin as a maid. So they're both maids working for her to make a living. And then she happens to go and visit Illya, who lives across the street. And Illya just is overcome with, lust and stuff. Not really. I can't remember what the specific timeline was for that picture, but
Wait, is that actually a
Illya is
picture from the
fully
show?
understanding of her.
So
Yuri
she
tendencies.
proceeds to bend her over the bed. Is
And
what
then
you're
somebody
telling
walks
me.
in.
Well, they're interlocking fingers, so clearly it's consensual. I mean,
I don't know. I see tears in
saying.
those eyes.
yeah, she's happy, dude.
Speaking of consensual,
Speaking of consensual,
can I just talk about this? Since we're
What?
talking about winter 2016 anyway, so you know that when I was last season I was watching Gate. So I watched the first episode of Gate.
Oh,
I
yeah.
haven't caught up. But that rape scene
Feels
Like-
good, man.
damn.
I actually talked about it a bit in the YouTube video that went up last Friday, or in our case, in 3 days from now in the future.
Now in
Just
the
send
now
future.
you gotta
email
now you
now.
gotta delete that last part out because you sound retarded.
No, he's got D-mail, dude. It's fine. Just fire up the microwave.
phone
Okay,
wave.
I'll be the first to say though that entertainment is entertainment. Okay, and this is one of those rare cases where you know how I'm always arguing, well, anime and movies, blah blah, it's blah blah, it's the same thing, whatever. It's subjective, blah blah, this whatever shit, right? But a rape scene does not translate very well in live action movies. It just looks very, oh my god. Anyway, I don't know how I haven't seen the rest of them. I've only watched that one, but it seems as though it was partly consensual, and then halfway through it, she was like, "Oh fuck this," because she was doing that for her people, right, or something like that. Because she's a slave. Because
I mean,
Yeah,
there's
pretty
a
much.
bit more to the story.
right, and I haven't caught up on it. So.
It is a bit of, she's playing a little bit coy.
Oh, okay.
Basically, no means yes. Remember
So-
that, fellas.
So
no means
basically,
yes.
my face right now is the reaction face, where
I mean,
I'm just
most specific,
I came
she's-
here to do a podcast, got rape scene instead.
Well, that's part of the
trying-
winter season, dude.
She's trying to get the prince to think
Boner?
that he's more in control than he really is.
So there's a little role play involved.
No, she's taking one for the team.
No,
Yeah.
I mean,
Taking one
from
for the
his
team.
perspective, he thinks he's raping her.
Right.
But regardless, some people have super complained about that on
Yeah, I
Reddit,
bet.
as
I
people
bet.
do. And then I just point out that this is an anime that's full of lots and lots of killing, and if you're just totally cool with all of that and not with one rape scene, you have your priorities a little fucked up.
No, that's true. Yeah.
But on a
it's very
side note,
true.
she is not just a throwaway character.
Right. And I don't want to delve into it too much, but entertainment is entertainment, okay? And the Halloween movie, the Rob Zombie one, wasn't in the theater version, but there's a scene where some orderlies at the insane asylum rape this chick, and they show it, right? And it's just kind of oh shit, but it's a horror movie. Rob Zombie's doing it to shock people and horrify you, And then there's Kick-Ass, right? I'm a big fan of Kick-Ass. Love all the comics. There's a rape scene in the comics for Kick-Ass 2. When they were doing the movie, they're like, "Nah, let's take this out of it because it's a straight up nah,
It's
I'm pulling down
edgy,
my-"
man. Don't want to be too edgy.
Well, I just don't understand also the point that some people make where it's rape should be off limits or something. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
But yet we can show people getting their heads chopped off and heads exploding when bullets hit them. Yeah.
Yeah, like,
That
I mean,
sounds about
you
right.
should feel uncomfortable when watching a rape scene. That's the point, and they're normally used to, like, stress these kinds of points.
I guess
just
from
say that they can't do that because it's rape or something doesn't.
And I agree with you. I think for me personally, in Halloween, I didn't mind it because it really did horrify me and added to the fact that they were doing that in Michael Myers' room and he got up and killed the guys, which was cool. But like in Kick-Ass, from reading the comics to watching the movie, I can see why they took it out. And even the writer of the comic was like, yeah, I can see how he was almost like, I'd rather not deal with the hassle, so just don't include it.
Well, because there's quite a bit of a different tone between the movie and the comics, isn't there?
No, they're pretty close. They're in it's like really, it's kind of comedic and really dark, really bloody. But like it was almost like, it almost kind of sucked because Mark Millar, the writer, was like, nah, I don't want to deal with the hassle, just don't include it, like whatever. They did allude to it because there is a scene in the movie where he's about to do it, but he can't, then they make a joke out of it, like he can't get hard. And they're like, oh, you got a floppy penis. So they alluded to it, and I think that was enough. But yeah, it was kind of funny. He was like trying to like rub it. And he's like, I can't get it hard. It was funny. Floppy dicks are funny.
Yeah, that's a pretty good anime, Sam.
Anyways, yeah. Well, of course, people are gonna complain. But it was just. It was.
No, I
shocking
get what
me.
you're saying though, because like my example is Redline. There's one scene in Redline with nudity, and there's no other scenes or anything else in the movie with nudity, and it's just like, why the fuck did they do that? Because now I can't show the movie to anybody. I got to be like, well, there's a nudity scene in it, guys.
It's
just
very
letting you know.
tasteful, though.
Well, so what? It's still, they didn't need it. Redline didn't need any nudity. Period.
Oh no, it definitely didn't.
I'm just saying, like, if you don't have to make it rated R or rated X, then you shouldn't. Like,
It's like the Street Fighter.
Try to be as clean as you can while still being high quality.
It's like the Street
but
Fighter
I'd also say
animated movie.
that as far as cleanliness goes, the rape scene isn't something outside of what Gate has done already. It's just one thing that it hasn't it hasn't specifically done that, but it's not like outside of the realm of what it has done.
Yeah. As a male, it's hard for me to understand, I guess, because more women would probably get upset about it.
Yeah, unless you go to prison.
Oh, for sure.
Don't drop
yeah.
the soap.
I have to check my privilege every time these things come up.
Well, I'm just that's just who I am. But like, I don't care what you think. You feel about it how you feel about it. The way it just took me off guard. I was like, oh shit, there's a bunny rape scene. But
I wouldn't even call it that. I'd call it half rape.
Yeah, because like right.
That's a thing.
Because when you
I don't mean to laugh, but
no, because when you're reading what she's saying and what he's saying to her, it's kind of
definitely be at the point of sexual assault if you're using power to get that.
Yeah,
kind
but
of,
this is with modern laws. Like they're using their medieval laws.
That's true. Yeah,
they're not from the same world.
Right, so it's different.
I'm not saying it's okay.
Well, I mean,
by our standard, it's not okay, but by their standard, it's normal. So,
well, that's the point of what the scene is to draw that contrast between
their world,
essentially medieval values.
It's just like Game of Thrones, literally. Danny and what's his name, the Drago. Same thing as Danny and Drago, like or Drogo.
Well, yeah,
what did I say? Whatever.
Yes, exactly.
Well, anyway, it's whatever. I know a lot of female anime watchers that probably are gonna watch that and just be like, oh, it's just part of the story, like whatever, They don't care.
I wonder if any females would actually like watching Gate. I feel like that's not aimed towards females. I feel like it's definitely aimed towards male.
Not.
I'm just saying from the some of the Weiss players I play with, they they watch all kinds of anime. So it's like, and I know the last time I spoke to one of the Weiss players, I know her and her boyfriend were watching Gate. So I don't know. I feel like she would have said something to me about it by now because I was talking to her about Gate when I was watching it last season. But anyway, moving on. Gate, I have to catch up on, and honestly, it's not getting
pretty good.
It's not getting worse, but it's not. I don't know. I think it's pretty okay. I like it.
I mean, once you get to the episode 3 of the season, is when it starts to get. I don't know. We'll see.
Right. That's kind of how I'm feeling about Iron-Blooded Orphans right now.
I mean, not that it's like bad, but just kind of when they kind of hit that point where you're just like,
right,
come on.
But we should touch on some new shows though. But before I go on about I go on about Iron-Blooded Orphans,
should we just start from the top popularity with Erased?
No, just pick some shows that you want to talk about.
All right, fuck it. We're starting with Erased, boys.
I heard that was pretty good.
Bokudaki ga Inai Machi.
Yoshinori Korea!
A1 Pictures. So Digibro hates it.
Yeah, Digibro
Okay,
hates A1 Pictures.
I don't mean this as an insult, but I guess I kind of do, but I kind of don't. Who's Digibro?
He's that. Jesus
Oh, Sam.
No, like who is he?
Man, I wish I was as
He's
funny
just,
as in control.
just an
right
anime
now.
YouTuber.
Oh, okay.
He
He just has an irrational hate for A1 Pictures.
Is he just like sip on haterade right away?
No, he's like pretty positive about most
mean,
stuff.
in general,
he just really
he's pretty
hates
good.
A1. He likes a lot of things. Like he likes Moe. He likes his favorite show is K-On! Like literally, he's seen 1,000+ shows, 2,000-3,000 shows, and his favorite show is K-On! So like
Nice.
he's not the anime snob. He likes everything.
It was funny because after some things where people criticized him for just irrationally hating A1 Pictures, he wrote a blog about why he hates A1 Pictures. And it was like, I watched one show by them and then haven't watched any other shows by them, and people told me they suck, so I hate A1 Pictures.
Well, at least he came out and said it. Like he was being honest.
So, I mean, he came out as like, this will explain it. It's not without reason. It's like, oh, I watched one episode of these 5 shows and was like, not a big
Right.
fan.
I mean, to be fair, A1 makes a lot of subpar shows.
Yeah, but I mean,
Like,
every studio
A1
does,
makes
and they make some
everything.
good stuff.
Yeah, they have a few like really good shows, and then
Like,
a bunch of just like
A1 makes more shows in a year than anime
Probably-
shows were even
yeah.
made in a year in 15 years ago.
How many do they have this season? Like 5?
I don't even wanna count.
4. Oh no, winter, right? Yeah, like 4 or 5. Subete ga F Ninaru, the asterisk war, Boku dake ga ne Machi.
No, Asterisk War is not this season, but
Oh wait,
It-
no, you're right. Sorry.
I'm
Yeah,
counting
the S
3.
War was last season.
And then Grimgar.
And
anyway, they have a lot of shows. We don't need to count them.
yeah, we don't need to count.
They got a lot of shows. Shit.
Anyway, yeah, Erased has been pretty good as far as, obviously, like we said, it was a psychological story for adults, and it has done pretty well.
Isn't this like based off a book or something?
Well,
manga.
yeah, like
it's a manga. Well, manga's a
99%
book,
of
so
anime.
whatever.
Yes, it is an adaptation. A1 does adaptations. They don't do anything original.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the closest thing they've gotten to original is Idolmaster Cinderella Girls.
I was
which, like,
thinking
yeah,
there was an
isn't
anime one
totally
of us was
original.
talking about where it was something like fantasy thriller and it was based off a book, but I don't
Was
remember what-
Nagiasu original?
well, that
That
wasn't
was
A1.
PA Works,
That was
right?
PA
But-
Works. Whoops, I flubbed. Yep, I was
Yeah, fuck
stupid in
you,
public.
Mac.
I was stupid in public.
So you guys think Erased is cool though?
It's the most popular show of the season.
It definitely has. It's at a
pretty good.
position where it's executing itself very well, and the premise is pretty interesting. And it is really a show that could still totally fall apart based on the resolution.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah, because it has time travel elements, but I feel like it's not gonna go
And,
nuts with that.
you know, it's a
I feel like it's
psycho-
not gonna do it a million times.
a psycho mystery. So if
Yeah.
the resolution for the mystery is stupid, then the whole thing becomes just like terrible.
Yeah, because the story's gonna hinge on the resolution, just by the nature of it. So if the ending is absolute garb, well, the show's pretty much gonna be garb.
But so far,
it's
all
really
seem
good.
and the writing is really good. And
Yeah,
I just want
I
to see
think
more
the
of it.
best. I think the best part of it is like the directing or the scene makeup, how every
Cinematography?
scene looks. Yeah,
Cinematography.
I'm not like a film
Cinematography.
expert, so I can't really break it down and be like, oh, they used a Dutch angle and blah blah blah. Like I don't fucking know all that. So,
No, but I know what you mean.
but
Dutch
it just
angle.
like looks good. That's just like where it's crooked. I think.
I feel like
Isn't that what
Dutch
you cook
angle is more like a
cobblers
carpet.
in? A Dutch
It's like-
angle?
It's a carpentry term.
No,
I
that's where
believe,
you
but-
that's where you fart under the covers and you make someone breathe it in.
Oh, I thought
No,
you were
that's
talking about.
that's a Dutch oven. He was talking about farts.
But if you're looking for something
Or
a
like
little
sword
bit more
fart
mature,
online.
Am I
if you're
right?
sick of your anime high school club girls and you're trapped in a video game self-insert main characters, then Erased might just be the show for you. The main guy, it's his first time voice acting, actually.
Oh,
Yeah, well,
really?
he
and
did
he's
like
doing a really good job.
no, he's
too.
like a regular actor too. He's not an anime actor.
but he's not a voice actor.
No, he's a regular actor. So,
Yeah, which is not a voice actor.
There are
but
some,
technically,
there are
he
some
does voice
actors-
when he's acting. So.
There are some actors though that are just not good at voice acting. Like,
Yeah, like they just the moment they get into like a sound booth, they just have no idea what it's like. They never took an acting class before.
okay, like I'm not trying to sip on haterade right now, but okay, everyone who knows me knows that Jackie Chan is the best actor of all time. Okay,
Of course.
and he voices Master Monkey in Kung Fu Panda, but he's like not great at it. But I mean, it's fine. It's a monkey, whatever. But like,
But didn't Jackie Chan like not make any American movies for like 8 years before that movie came out? He's been just doing Chinese stuff.
I think so. Yeah, pretty sure. The next
Apparently,
movie
he's not well liked in China.
The next movie he's got coming out is with Johnny Knoxville, which I'm excited about.
Johnny Knoxville. Oh
Fuck
my
yeah, it's
god.
about anime. Stop talking about Jackie Chan.
Sorry, okay.
Jackie Chan is
okay,
anime.
So Jackie
That's
Chan
true,
Adventures
actually,
was
right.
probably
Chinese
anime
cartoon.
of the year.
Definitely.
But
no,
anyways,
Erased though. Yeah, I don't know. I might
So
watch it.
yeah,
Erased
if
is
I have-
something you should be watching.
yeah. If I have
Yes.
one complaint, like I think it's one of the best shows this season. It's just like a time travel guy goes back in time. He finds this girl and he's trying to save her from getting killed and solve the mystery. That's basically what's happening. And my one complaint though is like it doesn't really make sense how they handle like this isn't that much of a spoiler, but like they find out that she's getting abused by her parents or mother or somebody. We don't 100%
And then we
know,
find out
but-
that the teacher knows too.
yeah, we find out the teacher knows, and he's just like, "Oh, I don't want to tell anyone because it could upset her classmates."
No, no. Well, to be fair, he does talk about it, and it was kind of weird. Like when the main character was very clear, like once he was very much aware that she was getting beaten, how he didn't go to anybody, but the teacher happens to talk to him about it, and he's contacted what would be Japan's CPS.
Yeah, 'cause
Child
they
Protective
couldn't prove it
Services, and they've
100%.
gone over to like interview her and stuff, and she's just not been home those days. Like the mom and daughter have just not been there when they stopped by. It's like, what? That seems like such a. They tried to explain away why nobody is covering this issue.
It's like
it
a
didn't necessarily
thin
work that well.
excuse. It's not really that good, but
Yeah, but maybe
Besides
Japan's CPS just really sucked 18 years ago.
yeah, I mean,
That's
it's
Maybe they
kind
were
of a
just
minor
really
complaint.
terrible. We don't know.
And then like one other thing is there's like one scene where I think they overdid it a little much with like where he finds her in the shed and stuff. Like kind of around that scene is I feel like that they overdid the drama just a tiny bit, but that's just me. Maybe
I
that's
don't
just
think
me.
they overdid
They
that
are-
at all.
I'd say the bigger thing that they've overdone is they've almost over vilified the mother. Like every time you see her, she's acting like a straight
Yeah,
up
that's
crazy
even worse
person.
actually.
Not like a somewhat normal person that happens to beat her daughter, but like just straight up insane. Like to where
Maybe
it's like,
she
how
is
could,
just straight
how
up
do you
insane.
even go to the grocery store and buy stuff without people just looking at you and being like, bitch, you're crazy?
Dude, that sounds a
Like,
lot
that's the
like
way
the
that she
Gate
acts.
villains.
Hey, bitches be tripping, okay?
That's just
She just goes
always.
to the grocery store and she's like, "This broccoli is not on sale. 50% off."
She got a little wet there for a second.
Sounded
little.
like it.
Man.
Only a tiny bit.
I
But
need
yeah,
more
Erased is a good
cereal.
show.
Okay, well, fuck that. That show's
Yeah,
So
check
yeah.
out Erased.
Let's move on. Let's move the fuck on. Oh, I'll let you guys know. So my intro where I just kind of screamed really quick, that was from the show Osomatsu-san. It's a carryover from last season. It's a comedy. It's super funny. So it has like a bunch of famous Japanese voice actors, like the one guy who does Araragi from Monogatari. And
Araragi?
yeah, and then like a bunch of other guys.
Ararararagi.
So when I was like Dayon, that there's a character named Dayon. He's like this peanut-headed dude who can't talk right. He's like a hillbilly. Anyway, that show is great because like they just do a bunch of like funny little like comedy bits, like kind of SNL style sketches almost. It's not really a sketch, but it's like part of their life. And there's one part where they have there's 6 siblings and they're all neats, so they're all like unemployed older guys, and they're all sick at one point. And then one of them gets better, and then like they go through all of them who get better one at a time. Then they get sick again, and they do all this crazy shit, and it's just that type of thing that makes the show funny. But you guys haven't seen it, so
Cool
shit.
story, bro.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Cool story, bro.
I would recommend if you like comedy, watch Osomatsu-san.
Osomatsu-san.
Or Mr.
Osomatsu-san.
Osomatsu. They changed their animation style too. Like they had a Mad Max episode. Like sometimes they look all like chibi and stuff, and then sometimes they're really detailed.
Mad
like
Max.
they're like Fujo bait.
Dude.
There's like these handsome Bishonen men, and then it turns back into chibi dudes.
I swear to God, dude, anytime I think of Mad Max, went and saw it with a couple of buddies in the theater, and all I can think about is it's just that guy over dramatically playing the guitar. It's I busted out laughing in the middle of the movie.
Oh, that was real too, I think.
Dude, this guy. Oh man. Maybe I'm just sick and twisted. I don't know.
It's great,
Cool
dude.
story, Mac.
There's another episode where they turn into girls, and then they're like getting all bitchy with each other, and it's really funny how they do it. So, great show. Great
Cool
show.
story, Nick.
One show I want to talk about
10
just
out of
super
12.
quickly, which can't possibly take that long. Phantasy Star Online 2, the animation, fucking terrible. Don't even watch it.
Oh, sad. Really?
Yeah, it is. Oh,
Is it straight
there's,
garb?
there's no excuse for how fucking terrible this show
I wanted
is.
that
Like,
to be good.
so I mean, it's a video game adaptation, right?
Yeah, it's
You know,
based off
Phantasy
a
Star
game. It's gonna be
Online.
shit, dude.
Shut the fuck up, Nick.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
Phantasy
be
Star
positive,
Online
but
2
game-based
already
shows are
out in
bad.
Japan. You can play it. There's an English patch available, so you can play it easily in the US. I can't remember if there's a process to like sign up for the account. I think you have to do like a VPN the first time to sign up, and then you're good to go after that. And I guess the game is, not that bad. But this show is so stupid. So they could have done something where it's like, in the universe of a story where it is in the universe of Phantasy Star Online already. They could have done that. They could have done something like .hack, where it's kind of about people playing the game, mainly about what they do in the game. Or it could have been a trapped in the game story. Any of these things that, been done before, but, might be fun to do, right?
I
Right?
hate fun things.
But instead, this guy is tasked by his student council president to play Phantasy Star Online and report back to the school to prove that video gaming won't hurt your grades.
Wow.
So that the school won't ban Phantasy Star Online.
Sounds
With
dumb.
amazing arcs, like first time learning how to play as a team and dealing with trolls and
Right.
befriending the troll.
I can't
so
tell if you're
that
serious
he
right
joined. No, there's serious. The newest the episode 3 is about they run into a troll, and by troll I don't even mean like he really does anything trollish. He just kind of like joins their party and then just doesn't fight anything. So I mean, it wasn't even like that. It wasn't even a particularly good example of what trolling is, but. And then he's just like kind of, a little bit of a douchebag because he's just not helping them fight everything and they all die or something, like whatever. And everybody else hates him, and the main character who's just new to the game is like, no, he's a person behind there. He might be somebody. It's like, oh, it turns out it's the nice guy that's on the student council that is kind of a little undervalued in real life. And they befriend each other and they realize it's okay to be themselves.
now. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's... Anyway, moving on. This show's terrible.
Cool
What
story,
else do we have to
Quokka.
talk
Dude, you took
about?
like 5 minutes on that
Cool
shit.
story, Quokka.
Well, no, to add
I'm
to add what Nick was saying too, like Valkyria Chronicles is also Sega, which is funny because the anime kind of sucks. Like,
I've never, ever, ever seen a good game adaptation anime. Fucking,
The Idolmaster.
I'll give you $1 if you can name
yeah,
one
but
that's
that's
good.
The
that's
Idolmaster.
easy. That's easy to make an adaptation of, though.
No, I mean like a regular like game. Not like fucking karaoke.
What do you don't even know what Idolmaster is?
Dude, that's karaoke, right?
No, it's a idol management game.
Okay,
Oh,
so
Manage
okay.
idols.
yeah, that's
It's like The Sims.
no,
Whatever.
no, we're not talking about that shit. Okay, like we're talking like a straight up story and then turn into an anime. Like, you know who did it right? .hack. They had .hack sign, then they had the 4
But-
.hack games.
Yeah, but
The
was that
games
based off a
were
game or not?
adaptations of the anime.
Yeah, I don't think that was based off a game.
no, it wasn't. It wasn't. I'm just saying
Yeah,
if
so
you're
get
going to
fucked,
do
son.
some. No, I'm saying I'm
to
saying
be
if you're
fair,
going to do
.hack was
something like
vaguely
that.
based off of any fantasy MMO.
Okay, shut up for a second. So like,
For all intents and purposes, you could, insert any fantasy MMO into the world of .hack and
no,
it works.
I'm saying, okay, man, fuck, calm down. Okay, so
Shut up.
like, so the way to do it, I'm saying, is like they have the anime .hack sign kind of infused into the story of the games, like because during the second game is when .hack sign is kind of happening. I'm saying if you were gonna make an anime based off of a game or a game based off of an anime, whatever, that's kind of, even though they're not based off each other, I'm just saying that's kind of a nice way to do it, to kind of have people watch an anime and buy your game at the same time. Whereas opposed to like Valkyria Chronicles or Phantasy Star Online, they have to find a way to make the thing happen without being the same, but still be the same, and it just turns out shitty every
What?
time.
You mean
All right, I
like
agree,
Final
Sam. We
Fantasy
should move
Online
on.
2 is going to have a new expansion coming next month where you get to go to Earth and meet the main characters of the anime?
That sounds dumb.
My brain hurts.
So bad.
Speaking
brain
of which,
hurts.
speaking of game shit though, but on anime, I still haven't started Luck and Logic, but I heard the card game is actually really annoying to learn, so I may not even just bother.
Dude,
Like,
So
Sam,
you need
don't
more
watch
luck than logic?
game-based shows.
huh?
Don't watch game-based shows. Just don't
I know,
do it.
especially not card
Play the game if
based
you like the
shows.
game, but don't watch the show.
Especially not card game based shows.
Well, Yu-Gi-Oh maybe, but yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh Abridged. Actually, cancel that. Yu-Gi-Oh Abridged is very good. But anyway, let's fucking move on. Fuck, we got so many more shows to cover.
What about Pokemon?
Let's watch. Let's
Pokemon
talk
is also
about
bad.
Myriad Colors Phantom World. Okay.
No, let's not talk about
No,
that
we talked
garbage.
about it last time. We can
All
we're
you
back
need to
it.
know
Dagashi
about that
Kashi,
show is
Dagashi
just
Kashi.
bouncing boobs.
Bouncing today.
All right,
Pretty
Grimgar.
much.
Grimgar. I don't think we talked about that one.
It's crap, is what I heard.
It's eh. It's eh. I mean,
So like isn't Grimgar very similar to the KonoSuba this season? Is anybody watching?
No, they're
both
not
of
similar
those?
at all because Kobosuba's good.
I mean,
Shots
it's,
fucking fired. Okay,
I mean,
okay.
it's not very good. But
Well, compared to Grimgar, it's good. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is Grimgar, I've never seen the show Glass Slip, but from what I hear, nothing fucking happens. Grimgar is the same way. Nothing has happened in 3 episodes. What am I supposed to care about? Like, these characters are doing laundry and fucking there's literally a 5-minute scene with just music and them like shopping in the market.
but
It
is
didn't
it
even
sexy
transition.
enough?
Like,
basically,
what the fuck is that?
what this show has done is it's thrown out an interesting premise
Yeah, it's a cool
and done
premise.
absolutely nothing with it.
It's done nothing with anything. They're
It's
just like
done-
doing laundry and like killing one goblin.
It's
Like, what is it? What's
Ugh.
the basic premise of Grimgar?
There's
wait,
like game.
there's
I
these
saw
new
gamified
adventurers.
worlds trapped in the video game.
I don't know if they're in a video game, but like anyway, they're in this place and they're adventurers and they're trying to gain up their
okay.
powers.
Let me start this at the beginning. All right, so people wake up, amnesia, don't know where they are, don't know who they are. They just know that they have to join this volunteer, whatever, who's your whatchamacallit, and kill goblins and monsters and stuff to earn money and make a living and blah, 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 because that's what they have to do. And it does absolutely nothing to further advance the plot. Well, it hasn't in 3 episodes anyways.
Yeah, and not only the plot, but the
it's
characters.
just-
Like, there's not much
Yeah,
to grasp with any of the characters. Like, I know that one guy's kind of funny and pervy, but that's it. Every
Yeah.
other character is super generic.
all the
and I
characters
literally-
are generic.
I don't know anything about any character. Like, Sword Art Online had better characters. At least I knew what Kirito was about. Like, I don't know what any of these characters
being OP as fuck.
care about or know. Like, it's so boring. And
See,
people are calling the show good because the color scheme is really cool. Like, it looks,
yeah, I like the
Pastel and all
art.
that.
I like the art.
yeah, it looks sweet. But
So I was on Facebook and a scene from this anime came up and it was like them 5 bitches or 6 bitches all trying to attack this one goblin.
yeah,
And-
they're underpowered. So it's opposite.
And I was
of-
like, oh, okay. And I was like, oh, this is really cool looking, man. This looks beautiful, right? And then I was like, I shared it and I was like, can someone tell me what show this is? And a bunch of my friends were like, Grimgar, it sucks. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
I wish
So it's
they
like-
would be doing more with it, to make it interesting and make it have story, but no. It's just
Oh, don't worry,
Let's
dude. They
wash
just bought new
clothes.
underwear. They're gonna move
Yeah.
on now.
now they bought new underwear.
Yay.
Maybe
Took
we
a whole
can start
fucking
the
episode to
story.
do that.
This one scene was really cool though, and I was like really into it, and then everyone was
Yeah.
like, "Nah." I didn't realize that this was
Well,
when
Yeah,
you started
and like
talking about it.
part of the problem is they're just having action where they have these fights and you still don't know who the characters are and you still don't care about the characters. So I don't give a fuck what happens during the fight. If a character dies or gets hurt, I don't care. Like, why are they fighting if I don't even know who they are?
Right. Why do you care if they die or not? Like,
And the
Yeah.
worst part of it is the fights only last maybe like a minute or so, and then it's just back to the same old straight bullshit.
Just straight bullshit. I'm gonna have to at least watch some of these episodes just so I can compare it better to KonoSuba.
KonoSuba is way better. Let's just talk about that really quick.
Have you actually watched it?
Yeah, I'm caught up. It's I think
Yeah.
they got two
so
out right now.
KonoSuba does the gamified world as opposed to the trapped in the video game, where it's like the main character happens to die from having a heart attack, thinking he's gonna get hit by a truck when he saves a girl from what he thought was getting hit by a truck, which is just kind of stupid. But then he finds out in his afterlife briefing that he can choose to go to a world that is similar to fantasy RPGs that nobody normally wants to be reborn into, so they have problems fighting the Devil King. And he can take one
it's
thing
the
with
same
him,
premise,
and he
like-
decides to take the goddess that is giving him these instructions with him, and apparently that's accepted by the rules of the afterlife or whatever.
Yeah, and that's
And
the
he
basic
gets
thing
there,
about it.
and then he realizes that he doesn't have even basic gear or money to accomplish anything. And it seems at least
No, it's
somewhat
funny.
interesting.
The show is funny. Like, I'll tell you about it. So basically, it's a comedy. There's the main character, the guy, and then the girl who's the god. And then in the second episode, they run into another girl who's like this chuny girl. She's got an eye patch, but it's like a fake eye patch, and she knows that. And it's kind of a funny scene where he's like pulling her eye patch off. She's like, "No, put it back. Wait, put it back slowly, because it's gonna hurt." Because he's like pulling it off, and it could like snap and hit her. But they just have like these funny little scenes. Like, they're all really bad. Like the magical chuny girl, she can only do one spell. It's explosion magic, and she can only do like
because she's spec'd entirely into a very high level spell that uses more than all of her MP to cast one time.
and she can't move. And it's just kind of funny. You at least know what the characters want and like what they're going for, and they have personalities. Like the main character, even the guy has a personality. He's not just like the generic MC. He doesn't take shit from all the girls and stuff. Like he kind of jokes. He's kind of like Kyon from Haruhi a little bit. Maybe not quite as charming as that, but
they are
he's at
still
least
slowly
interesting. Yeah.
building the harem, and the animation has some definite issues.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the best. It's
There's
like
definitely some scenes that look almost as bad as like those scenes from Dragon Ball Super.
let's
Ooh.
not say things we can't take back.
There's definitely some moments where you're just like, this art is like, it's like in some scenes they did the keyframes way too far apart and then hired those like companies that do the in between frames to do a bunch of the keyframes. They look pretty bad.
Yeah,
They took Toei's B team.
Well, no, this is Dean.
Oh, that explains.
Yeah, KonoSuba is Dean.
That
That's
explains
why.
it. That explains
It's
it.
Yeah, no,
Dean.
they put all their budget into the anime of the season. So
They put all of their budget into Sakura Trick, and they haven't recovered.
no, man, yeah, they have. I'll talk about the show right now. Shouwa, Genroku, Rakugo, Shinjuu. I called it earlier. Anime of the fucking season, boys. You know why? It's because it's josei. It's the Christmas cake genre. You got to be an old lady to like it.
So what you're telling me is you're an old lady.
Yeah.
That's
Pretty
all
much.
I got from that.
Would you like some candy? Here, I'll get it in from my purse. It's like those old lady candies that, like, where do they even get those candies?
No, it's not even a candy. It's like a cough drop. It's like
Yeah, it's like a cough drop.
Take this candy, Sonny.
Oh,
like a
look at
fucking-
that handsome young man in Shouwa Genroku. Oh.
it's a fucking Luden's like cough drop.
No, but this show's fucking good. Like, Studio Dean stepped it up. Like, they're known for their bad, like, Dean finds a way, the quality animation, but this show doesn't need it. They don't have like the crazy fight scenes. So it's all it is. It's about these guys who are trying to be performers in this Japanese play or entertainment thing called Rakugo. It's basically a one-man play, and they're in the Shouwa period of Japan, which is like World War II to 19 something. I don't actually know the exact dates, but it's like mid 1900s. So what makes the show good is the directing. Like it just everything about it flows really nicely. It like sucks you into the world and you care about the characters. It's just really smooth and fun to watch. You do got to be in the right mood. It's kind of like lulls you in a little bit. But yeah, I mean this show has the best characters of the season by a mile because they don't have the tropes. It's like realistic. Everything kind of makes sense.
What, you mean there's not a pink-haired tsundere?
No.
Oh,
There's
0
like
out of 10.
there's
Zero
hardly
out
any
of 10.
females actually.
Is,
It's mostly
is there
male.
a robot?
No.
Oh, I don't care
It's
then.
yeah, it's realistic.
Is there a
man.
Robo-Neko?
Is there a Robo-Neko?
No, dude, you're thinking of Active Raid. Active Raid has
no.
that.
No, I'm not.
0 out of 10. 0 out of 10.
0 out of 10. It's not the best of the. It's not the best.
Dude,
of
you
the
guys are gonna
season.
come back next time we do one of these and be like, yeah, show was the best.
Yep, I'll
GG.
watch it once you write a script for a video.
All right. Just use what I said here, and even though it's not that
Speaking
good, I
of
kinda made it up.
Robo-Nekos,
Active
Speaking
Raid,
of
bro.
Robo-Nekos, no, not Active Raid.
no.
There's a mecha that does an idle dance.
Okay, Active Raid was one of the ones I wanted to get to tonight, but I couldn't. Can someone tell me if I would like that? Now, be mindful of my casualness, okay?
Well, you would probably like it, not because it's good.
I don't even know. Like, I think
Wow.
I think Quokka would like it more because
Get
he likes the
wrecked.
idols.
No,
Well, to
That's
be
pretty
fair,
brutal.
To be fair, Quokka has turned me, well, actually, all three of you, from liking Guilty Crown into
Stupid
thinking it's
stuff.
actually bad. Then I
Guilty Crown's way better than Active Raid thus far, from what I've seen.
Well, that's only because of the sound and animation, though.
And story and characters. And
Everything.
Well, Guilty Crown was kind of a pretty-looking train wreck, so it was fun. Active Raid is
Active
kind
Raid's
of just
a
generic.
train wreck.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, I'll spend 20 minutes on it.
I just
Forget
didn't
about it.
understand, like, right out of the bat, where it's like the new girl shows up that she's supposed to be evaluating the department, and then she just acts like she's the fucking boss, and everybody's just like, oh, that's cute. Like, nobody's just like, hey, shut the fuck up and let us do our job.
Yeah,
that,
I mean,
that seems like a nitpicky thing.
I would say
I
that
mean,
the
it's
characters
pretty
aren't.
blatant in how they accomplish it. Like, you can't not see that scene like that, I don't think.
Yeah, I think the
Oh,
problem
okay.
is there's too many characters in Active Raid. They don't have like a core cast that they focus on enough.
Or that's defined, yeah.
Because
I
like
was-
even the bad show like Heavy Objects not very good, but they have 4 characters, so you can get into the show, and it's fun too.
I was just like, I saw like the robot suit thing, and I was like, okay, I gotta watch this. It's like the only interesting looking thing.
Yeah, power armor, it's cool, I guess.
Okay, well, sorry that the power armor is not like a 12-year-old girl. Okay, but like
Speaking of 12-year-old power armor,
Iron-Blooded Orphans, let me tell you.
no, I was gonna say Dimension W.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I
mean,
was
really,
I
she's
was
2
gonna
years old,
say
but-
speaking of good Robo-Nekos,
Yeah, good Robo-Nekos.
I still don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Robot
Prince of
cat.
Stride?
It's a joke. Robo-Neko. Robot cat.
Yeah, I know what that means, but what are you even fucking alluding to?
Have you seen Dimension W?
Oh yeah, the girl. She's not really a cat, is she?
I know.
Look at
she's got
look
the
at her
charms
little
of the cat.
hairpiece
She's more
Clip.
of like
She's
a
She's got a
leopard
little
or something.
hairpiece,
She's kind of a cat.
thing.
and then
is-
her tail. Like, I don't know.
You're
She's
talking
got
about Smokey
Robo-Neko
or
charms.
It's
Yeah, we're talking about Smokey.
dude. Dimension W
Dimension W is.
is good.
I was expecting
W.
it to mostly just be a car thing because that's all the fuck Mac wants to talk about is the
Dude,
cars
that
in it,
car
but
though, it's sweet. I love that
It
car.
has some good characters.
Yeah, I pointed that out. But dude, the car.
Oh, the car
And the
is a
sto-
character.
and the
Quokka, what are
story-
you talking about?
At least seems interesting enough. As every story can after 3 episodes, it could fall flat because we're still in the establishing part of the story.
Yeah.
But they
It looks
have
like-
they have brought up some interesting things. We'll see how things pan out in the next few
Definitely
episodes.
some interesting things.
Some very interesting things. I'm looking at you numbers.
It
I mean,
turns
they
out
got
it's
over
man.
the whole, oh, hey, she's an illegal robot, and the kids next door happen to be somehow granddaughter of one of the big people in the city that would totally
See-
come and take away her illegal robot. But, oh, she's just not going to tell anybody.
Oh,
Now
that's what you're
see-
saying.
But
So
Now,
you're saying
see,
what
but
they're doing is
that's
super illegal?
like in that
That's
that
one
is
thing.
a fairly
That's
nitpicky
the
thing.
first
But
thing that irked me with this show was how they handled that little accident outside the shop,
Oh, super
and
convenient.
how the
it was
granddaughter
just so
of
unnecessary.
the CEO of New Tesla was like, "Oh yeah, I didn't tell him about the robot." Bitch, how could you know that robot's illegal?
I mean, she's like 12 years old.
How did you
'Cause
know
they
that it was
probably
illegal?
jam it
Not
into
to
their brains,
mention,
man.
why is this daughter of one of the top people in a big ass company playing out at some little scrapyard?
You see, I looked
She's
this up.
rebellious,
I looked
man.
this up myself because people were talking about it, and apparently it explains it a lot better in the manga why the kids
He
are
happens
there.
to have his scrapyard right next to a mansion owned by super rich people.
No, it happens to be on the way to school for them.
Okay,
I'm not gonna lie though.
I can see that.
This girl
bit.
with the Mira, is that her name?
Yeah, Mira.
Yeah,
It
She's
looks
awesome.
like she looks something straight out of Jet Set Radio feature.
She does kind of look
Does.
like something straight out of
Really?
JSF.
Which I
JSRF.
She
haven't
looks like
seen.
she'd be in a Eurobeat music video. With initial D.
Dude, have
Bringing
you
back
listened
that
to the
Eurobeat.
OP? It's got that little bit of a beat to it at a time, you know? I love that OP. It's awesome. Shout out to Stereo Dive Foundation. That's their name, right?
yeah,
Yep.
something like that. They did the OP to Gangsta.
Yeah, they're awesome. And they
R.I.P.
did
Man Globe.
Daisy from Kyokai no Kanata.
Okay,
Yeah,
Kyokai
Dimension of You seems
no Kanata.
pretty interesting. It might be your more quote unquote adult action show of the season.
Yeah. The dimension break's pretty freaking brutal whenever it happens.
Oh yeah, these like monsters crawl out of it and they drag you in. It kind of reminds me of the door and the portal in
that
Full
hasn't
Metal
happened
Alchemist.
yet, really.
No, it did happen in like episode 2. The
No,
guy.
they had. It wasn't monsters come out of it. It
Whatever,
was
it
the
was
exact robots that were
they're monsters.
using the coil got multiplied.
And drug the
Anyway,
guy
there's a
in.
bunch of hands that come out of a portal, just like Full Metal Alchemist. So if you like hands coming out of portals, check out Dimension W.
Dude, that convinced me so hard right now. Dude, I'm going to go watch it right now. Dude, hands and portals.
Feels good, man.
Feels good,
Your
man.
hand-
Feels
portal
good,
of
man.
hands.
The
Feels
portal
good,
of
man.
hands.
JPEG.
Yeah, if you're looking for something more mature, that's actiony. Dimension W.
And it's got
Check that shit out.
And it's got a great OP. The ED is actually really good for the show too, and it's got a sexy Toyota 2000 GT. So
Yeah,
yeah,
and-
you need to watch it.
A more in-depth review will be coming out Friday on our YouTubes.
In-depth review.
Check that out.
Wait, this Friday or last
YouTube.animesummit.net.
Last Friday or
It-
what Friday?
This next Friday after this episode comes out.
La Ocean?
After this
what
episode
ocean?
comes out,
After this episode comes out.
Okay, I gotta say this though. Okay, about Iron Blooded Orphans, because that's a carryover. That's one I was watching last season too. You know, so Quokka pointed out, and maybe Stoner can explain this to me because I think Stoner found a reason why. But like they were trying to capture Kudelia, and then Atra was like, "No, I'm Kudelia. I'm her." or
No,
whatever.
first they thought it was
Yeah,
her.
first they thought it was her, and then Biscuit was gonna tell him it wasn't, but then she stood up and was like, "No, yeah, I'm Kudelia," and they captured her. But Kudelia is supposed to be this very big, huge political icon for like a revolutionary movement, and she's like on the news and shit. And even one of the lines of one of the guys was, "Yeah, I've seen you on the news. I've seen her on the news." And then it was
They were
kinda
just
like,
looking for a scapegoat or something, right? Like the guy's just like,
yeah,
doesn't
and-
matter. You're her.
right?
No, that's from his perspective. He really thought it was her. And Gallahorn or Yellowhorn thought it was her too. Like, they accepted that.
Yellowhorn.
No, but then later they did say something like, "Oh, it doesn't matter. She'll have to do right," because they were just
No,
trying
but that
to make
was
a.
a separate thing. That was once he was being told that it wasn't her. He was then
Oh,
trying to
okay.
find a way to keep them on the good sides of Yellowhorn. But
Yeah.
it's like
That's
all these people just have no idea who this chick looks like. They don't even know that she her age. It wasn't like
Well,
these two characters
yeah,
are somewhat similar in age, and that maybe if you didn't know exactly what she looked like, you could be confused. One of them's like 10 and Kudelia's like 17.
Oh man,
Right.
Atra is just like a basic bitch. she looks so basic. There's no way she'd be royalty or whatever Kudelia is.
Straight up basic.
And it's like one thing if this was maybe some side plot point, but that's like the entire plot of this arc is like on that
I don't even think that mattered very
That
much
confusion.
because they were trying to plot for. This is a minor spoiler. I'm not going to say what happens, but like they were trying to plot for Kudelia's assassination. So like they just wanted people to think that she was assassinated or caught or whatever. So
they'd stop.
Even if they
so
didn't
So
get
you
the
might
real one,
want
it
to
didn't matter that
actually
much.
kill
Like-
her.
what?
You might want to actually kill her because otherwise, oh, we assassinated or she died, and then it's like, oh no, I'm still here. I'm right over here.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
they'd be like,
and
oh,
later on they do find
that
the
doesn't
real
help.
one.
This
Later on they do
doesn't
find the
work.
real one.
well,
Yeah, but it's just like
either way,
it's just stupid.
I guess that's whatever to me. I'm still enjoying it, but I feel like another complaint I have is I just realized it when I was watching it today. Cordelia is she's supposed to be almost kind of like the Harriet Tubman, Martin Luther King, like for the Mars people, for the freedom of the people of
but
Mars.
she's fucking stupid.
But she's like really dumb. Yeah, like she's like, oh my god, like she.
and it's not even just like a level of like privileged dumb where
no.
she just didn't really fully understand what it was that she was dealing with. Like she makes some decisions that's just like you just never decided to think about this at all ever, did you?
No, like yeah, like she thought, oh, I'm gonna go to Mars and do this, it'll be fine.
That
And
hair
it's
though,
just-
man. That hair.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a pretty
Plastered in
face for sure,
place.
and she got that booty. But all I'm
That
saying
booty.
is like,
No, I said the hair. I didn't say anything about anything else.
I know I'm saying the booty
How does she grow that much hair? That's insane.
because she's pro. I don't know, maybe she never cut it.
Yeah, she's
Also
Anyway,
pro.
hairspray.
I don't know. The thing is like I don't know. I'm still enjoying it, but I'm. It's kind of right now. The show is getting to that point where it's starting to make me feel like if this wasn't a Gundam, if the Gundam wasn't on it or in it,
Nobody would watch this
I
show
probably wouldn't
ever.
watch it. Yeah, exactly. It's like getting to that point for me, and I don't want it to because I love Gundam. And I think when Quokka said that last night when he was pointing it out to me in the chat, I was kind of like. I jumped to its defense right away, and I probably shouldn't have, and that sucks, because I love Gundam, but damn, like she's so dumb. Like she's supposed to be this really like
You watch
powerful.
Gundam Double O? The
I
girl
haven't-
in Double O is even dumber.
well, like no, that's the thing though. Is like Cordelia is supposed to be this really powerful icon for the
Dude,
for a
just
very
be thankful you don't got to listen to kids singing.
No, it's
Gundam
fine. I'm just
00s.
saying that she's supposed
Oh
to
my
be this
God.
political icon. A lot of people who are in politics and are doing that stuff are smart people, and she's just stupid. Like, how are you trying to do something so revolutionary and you're that naive that you don't realize what's going on around you?
Even
Like-
as it's all around you.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah, but I
that's
still just really couldn't get past how she's supposed to be this big person that everybody knows, yet nobody knows what the fuck she looks like.
right.
That
And
doesn't make any sense at all.
And one thing I should say is like this show started off pretty strong, and then now it's just kind of like there were a couple scenes in some of the episodes I was watching today, namely like I think 13 and 14 or 14 and 15, whatever, the latest two, where it was like, wow, did you just not even draw his face? Like, what are you doing? Like,
Well, yeah, that happened in the earlier episodes too, but it was harder to notice because they still had Gundams. Like these past few episodes, they didn't have the mechs.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
like they put all their budget into the mechs. They're just like, fuck
I will
the people. We
say
don't care about
that
that.
episode 13, funeral rites, was pretty crazy. I thought that episode was like, holy shit. Fuck.
Dude, yeah, I feel like this show is just like me waiting for the mech fights. Just like, come on, more fights.
I know
I
it's
just
Fight, please.
I just want more Twin Tails mech pilot.
Oh yeah,
Can we
that
just have
girl.
more of her.
I want Space Guts, the guy who looks like Guts. You guys haven't
Anyway,
seen Berserk, even though I pitched
We're
it.
gonna move
It's
on
fine.
some final thoughts.
No, we should do Dagashi Kashi. Have we talked about that yet?
No, we got plenty of time. The season's still got like 8 weeks left.
All right.
my final thought is that the rapper B.O.B. is stupid because he thinks the world is flat.
The world is opie.
Does he?
It is
Does
not
he
flat.
really think
He
the world
does.
is-
He does. He's like dedicated his like the next few years of his life to convince everyone that it's flat.
I think you're joking.
No, I'm not.
Speaking of joking,
No, I'm pretty sure you're joking.
No,
JoJo's
I-
Bizarre Adventure.
I'll find the article. Oh, I gotta watch that shit. I heard it was
Dude,
badass.
that show is. They're doing a rewatch on Reddit. That show is fucking hype.
But yeah, that's
First
my
9
final
episodes,
thought.
So fucking good.
anyone who's a listener to our podcast, everyone tweet at BOB, tell me stupid. All right, that's it. I'm done. His music on the Nabisco sale is a rice thin, straight up.
Oh, shots fired.
That would be the opposite of fire, as they say in the music business.
Stoner's about
Mac,
to
you got any final thoughts?
the most fire mixtape of all time.
I got a final thought. Saya,
Wait,
best
Mac
girl.
hasn't been here for a while.
Oh,
It's
shoot.
fine. I got a final thought for Mac. Boy, that car in Dimension W sure is great.
What the fuck happened to Mac?
It's fine. Now I can say the best. I can talk shit about Hibiki Euphonium. The show
Anyway,
is okay.
I've been Quokka. With me has been Nick and Sam. Mac spontaneously combusted somewhere throughout that episode. And this has been the Anime Summit Podcast.
Dude, that car was freaking awesome.
If you like the show, don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Anime Summit or leave a review on iTunes.